What's up, y'all? It's me, Chris, once again. I just want to talk about a couple things going on and a few things going on in boxing that I kind of have I'm astounded, appalled by. I don't know, just things that are kind of on my mind that are kind of just, I don't know, just ridiculousness of the sport. I kind of want to not vent, but, rant, whatever about them. First off, the scheduled WBA heavyweight title fight between Nikolai Valuev and Evander Holyfield. This was a fight that was talked about earlier in the year, a matchup. And when it was first announced, Valuev's people denied it, said the fight was never offered to Holyfield. There's a quote I read or I found from back then with Valuev's manager saying, quote, "We have nothing but respect for Evander Holyfield and we revere his amazing accomplishments." But, hold on, let me finish finding the rest of this quote. "I don't want to insult Mr. Holyfield, but he is nearly 46. Nikolai does not want to box him. That will be ridiculous." So, I don't know what changed between then and now, but obviously their decision has changed. Actually, I do know what's happened. The fact of the matter is, it is a ridiculous fight. They try to act like they didn't want to fight him because they respect him. They didn't want to hurt him, It's not a competitive fight. I agree with all that stuff. But I think what changed their minds is that fight, regardless of if it's legitimate or not, the public grabbed onto it. It was talked about on sports shows that don't normally talk boxing. ESPN, people on the internet, boxing sites were talking about it. No one had talked about it before, like it's a fight that should be made, but once it was talked about as being made, everyone had an opinion of it, and not really a positive one, but just the fact that it garnered that much interest is the reason they're making it. I mean, the interest it garnered here probably pales in comparison to the interest it made over there in Germany or wherever Valuev's out of. I'm sorry if I'm wrong where he fights from, Russia, Eastern Europe. I'm sure it garnered a lot more interest and attention there. That's the promoters realize that they can make a lot of money off that fight, and that's why it's being made. They're trying to market it kind of like they marketed Holyfield at Bragimov, which was last year or the year before, kind of like the U.S. versus the Russia or whatever it is storyline. If you look at the pictures, U.S. versus Europe, it's ridiculous. Trying to market Holyfield like freaking Apollo Creed. Come on, man. That was a movie. Didn't end well for Apollo Creed. And it's not going to end well for Evander Holyfield. I mean, I don't expect the man to pass away in the ring. Gosh, I would hope not. But the fact of the matter is, why, have him take these unnecessary risks? I know the guy's delusional and thinks that he's going to be the heavyweight champion again, unified title. Just because someone thinks something or, wants something doesn't mean you need to help him get to it. I may want to go rob a bank, but, doesn't mean y'all should go help me do it. Unless you really want to, cool. But, just kidding. But anyways, I don't get it. I don't respect it. I don't respect the fight. I don't respect Valuev for accepting the fight. And I don't respect the WBA for sanctioning the fight. So, that's all I have to say about that. The fight's going to happen. Valuev is most likely going to win a decision, even though in his prime Holyfield would have ate that dude alive. But, I don't know, man. It's just bad for boxing, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Money talks, and that's the way, boxing's run for the most part. So, whatever. Anyways, next thing I want to talk about, Riddick Bowe. Guess he's fighting on that undercard. Or no, he's fighting on the Klitschko undercard. Another just situation that just makes me scratch my head, and it's like, what? Are you serious? He tried this comeback a couple years ago, fought some guy I never heard of, some bum. Barely beat the guy. He was hurt by him. Bowe's got nothing left, He was, those Holyfield and Galata fights just took whatever he had left in him out of him. The guy shouldn't be fighting. Shouldn't be sanctioned to fight. He's not going to accomplish anything noteworthy in the sport from here on out. Once again, it's just another thing of a fighter. I don't know why he's fighting, but he just shouldn't be fighting, in my opinion. It's just risking his safety and his health. Speaking of Klitschko, Vladimir Klitschko, Povetkin fell out the fight. They have Hasim Rahman fighting Vladimir Klitschko now for the title. What can I say? Rahman always seems to get shots. I don't know what it is. He had the win over Lennox Lewis, and he's still living off that win, to be honest. He hasn't looked good in his last few fights, even against bummy fighters. Guys he should have easily beat. Hasn't looked good. Klitschko should have no problem blowing him out the water or stopping him, Rahman, people always say he has a puncher's chance. That's true, but he barely had puncher's chances against some of the guys he's fought recently. So, And I don't even know if he beat. He had that loss to James Toney. I said previous on the video, I think James Toney should be fighting Klitschko. I know he's got a fight scheduled with Tony Thompson, but I guarantee he would have dropped that in a second to fight Vladimir. That should be the fight that's made, not Hasim Rockman, who went out on his stool against Tony Uppercut in his last fight. So there's another fight I'm not looking forward to. Thank you, HBO. Couple more things real quick. Margarito Mosley. Fight was proposed for January. It's been called off. A couple people have talked on this online already. Budasai, 97 Rough. Guys on YouTube, that is. At first, it sounded like Margarito was pulling out for money. I was hoping that wasn't the case. Turns out it was. I guess he feels he's not going to get paid enough. He wants to hold out for a bigger payday. I don't really know where he plans on getting that from. He says Kodo, but why not fight in the interim? That fight's not going to be made till sometime mid next year. June, July, probably at the earliest. So why not fight someone in the meantime? You know, fight Mosley, fight Claudy, a mandatory fight, or fight Claudy who should be fighting for the title. I don't know. It's just, you know, Margarito doesn't want to fight now for whatever reason, but I just don't. It doesn't make him look good, you know, for all the things he's said in the past and about being ducked, you know. And then he had talked up this fight with Mosley, and now that it's on the table, he declines it. So I'm not going to rip too much into the guy, you know, but I just wish he would have took the fight, and if not, I wish he would fight Claudia or someone, not just wait around for a Cotto rematch, you know. But it's his career, not mine. Real quick, also, seen the proposed Vasquez Marquez 4 fights off. Don't know if that's. I mean, it would have been an exciting fight, but I don't really want to see these guys kill each other in there, literally. I also saw where Jorge Arce said something like Vasquez is ducking him, so he's gonna probably fight Darchinyan. Yo, Vasquez ain't ducking you, dude. Vasquez has fought way tougher fighters than you. You're not even in his weight class, you know. You probably just want to fight him now because you think he has nothing left after fighting Marquez. Whether that's the case or not, I don't know. But either way, he's not ducking Arce. So Arce, you need to just shut your mouth, dude. Because Vasquez, if you did fight him, I have a feeling he'd tear you apart. And last thing I want to talk about, WBA heavyweight rankings. I think I mentioned these before when I was talking about. Obviously, I don't have a problem with WBA already, as you know, Valuev being their interim champ. But their rankings, their top 10 heavyweight rankings. Number 1 ranked Cali Meehan. Number 2, Taras Bedenko. Number 3, Alexander Dmitriko. Number 4, Andrew Galata. Number 5, Kevin Johnson. Number 6, John Ruiz. Number 7, DeVarl Williamson. Number 8, Chris Arreola. Number 9, Carl Davis Drummond. And number 10, Dennis Boytsov. They also have a guy named J.D. Chapman in the rankings and Brian Minto at 15. Yeah, I never even heard of half those guys. Not saying they're not deserving, but I never even heard of them. And guys like Cali Meehan and Galata ranked number 4. Nah, you know, I don't know if these are the Don King ratings or what they are, but these ratings are horrible. WBA's horrible organization, at least for heavyweight. So I just wanted to say that because I think they suck. So, anyways, that's it for now, man. I just had to get that all off my chest. I wanted to talk a little bit about these things going on in crazy boxing world. But till then, till next time, I'm out. Bye.